It's so hot. I cannot turn on the AC because it makes a lot of noise. We're fighting through the hotness. Hey guys, it's me 1239 here, and I don't know what this was. And I'm here to give you guys my part 2 predictions of Anne with an E season 2. Here we go. This is gonna be a little, I don't know, unprepared. I didn't really, think about these. Number 1, boat scene. I hope it happens this season. I don't honestly, I feel like it might be too early for it to happen, simply because based on what I know from the 80s version, the boat scene happens like, I think after they do their exams, and right now they're still in school, except for Gilbert, but I don't think it's gonna happen yet. If they follow a little closely to the books in the way the 80s version does, and they do the exams and stuff and getting into Queens, then I feel like it won't happen until like season 3 or season 4. But it would be great to have it in a different way, but I still think Anne has to be like angry with Gilbert in order for the boat scene to happen, because she's supposed to be upset with him, right? Like, she's not supposed to be in good terms with him. So it would be unlike Anne for her to be happy that he's saving her. PBS version, he should have done that. Sorry, I can only think of the PBS version when I think of Anne being really happy that Gilbert saved her. Okay, we're not talking about that. Number 2, the hair dye scene. So the hair dye scene, if you guys didn't know, you know how Anne despises her hair so much. She decides to go to this sketchy guy and he sells her hair dye. It's supposed to be a black color and it turned into green, and she has to cut it. It's really hard to say if it's gonna happen. It's possible because of the fact that Amy Beth cut her hair towards the end of filming season 2. I think the last couple of scenes they filmed for season 2, I believe she had short hair, and that could indicate, how in the books, in the 80s movie, she had to cut her hair in order for her to not have green hair anymore. So Amy Beth cut her hair coincidentally towards the end of filming season 2. So I feel like they're not filming all the scenes in order. They might put those scenes with her hair cut in the middle or wherever the heck she cuts her hair. I don't know how to explain it. I think that's how it's gonna work if they do the hair dye scene. Obviously we haven't seen any pictures of Amy Beth with green hair, but she said she wanted to cut it. I don't know if she had to for the scene or if she just wanted to cut it and they just allowed her to cut it, or if she's cutting it for a different reason that's not for the hair dye scene. It might be for like another scene in the show. Who knows? Maybe she burned her hair off or something. Or maybe she really needed to cut it because she has to dye it a lot and she just wanted to grow it back out normally. But at the same time, why would they let her cut it just 2 days before the end of filming? Why, that was a long rant, but possibility, I think so. I think there's a possibility that we'll get the hair dye scene in season 2, but I have no idea how it's gonna work out, if it's gonna work out well or not. Next scene, the candy heart scene. I'm talking about this specifically for Olivia because she loves the candy heart scene. I have never seen it in acting form, so I don't know yet what happens. Like, I know what happens in the candy heart scene. Spoilers. I think the candy heart scene happens right after the slate scene. Gilbert tries to like reconcile with Anne, tries to give her a candy heart, and I think he slips it under her armpit or something. It was weird. Point is, she grabs it and she like stomps on it. I think that was very savage of her. So she didn't want to forgive him after the slate scene. But the problem is, because it happened after the slate scene, we don't know if we're gonna get it at all, like in season 2 or and beyond. But yeah, I definitely think that for season 2 predictions and stuff, as far as that goes, we'll get a couple things from the book, but not everything, and probably there's gonna be a lot of twists with the things we get because that's what happened in season 1. I don't expect them to follow exactly like the book. That's why I'm not completely sure if they're gonna do the hair dye scene or the boat scene or the candy heart scene. Kind of like how when Diana was supposed to get drunk, but she actually didn't get drunk by herself and got drunk as well. I don't know what else am I supposed to talk. I feel like there's more, but like, oh yeah, Matthew dying. A great one. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want him to die. I know some people do, but I personally would not want him to die, simply because it's too traumatic. Honestly, it's a really traumatic experience to have someone close to die and then almost die. So I personally feel like he's not gonna die this season at all. Like, I just don't expect it, and if it happens, I'm gonna be shook, but I don't think it's gonna happen this early on, especially because I feel like, yes, her relationship with Matthew is one of the closest ones on the show, but they haven't had enough moments for his death to be like, wow. I don't know how to explain that. So I feel like if it happens, it's gonna happen later on, like in season 3, 4, 5. Not 3. That's too early. I think 4 or 5. If they end up aging up Anne by like a lot, then I feel like he's gonna die when she's like in the books. It's gonna be closer to the books in a different way, because we almost got a scene that was potentially a suicide scene, but it didn't happen. It won't happen this season, but something else might die. And I agree with this one user. I'm gonna put the comment right there. They said that they think that one of the animals or like a bunch of animals are gonna die. I think that's gonna happen more than anything, because I feel like they're concentrating a lot on animals this season, just by a lot of pictures that we have seen of Aymeric, Amy Beth, and even the actor that plays one of the thieves in the show. Like, they're holding animals, so I feel like that's gonna be a really important part in this story of season 2. It might be a horse, I'm sorry, hashtag leave the horse alone, or like a sheep or something close to Anne, that it's gonna be really heartbreaking nevertheless, because animal deaths are always really heartbreaking. So yeah, that's my thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think are the probability of the boat scene, the hair dye scene, the candy heart scene, Matthew dying will be in season 2. Is it more likely for it to happen this season, or in, you know, future seasons if we get more seasons, which I hope happens. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm always gonna say this, always excited for season 2, and I cannot wait to see what happens, and I'm really excited to hear about your thoughts, so let me know. I love you guys so much. Sorry, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for always watching. Mwah. More videos of Anne coming soon. I really enjoyed filming this, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon. There is no end to your horizon. Bye. Mwah.
First thing we climb a tree, and maybe then we talk, or sit silently and listen to our thoughts, illusions of song.